What's up, everybody? Welcome back for a little WOOT action here as these guys are out on the track at Auto Club. We got a little secret going on here. We got these guys out here with 110% power as they try to get these things figured out tonight as they are out on the track. Heard of speeds around 170 miles per hour in the draft. We'll see how high these speeds get tonight in a street stock. I see one pushing 160 over there on top speed. So we'll see how high that gets when they get in a big pack. Right now, Ethan George at the top of the boards with a 48.621. Everybody's going to make the feature here tonight as Ethan George sits at the top of the charts. We got Frank out there. Just behind him, we got Landon Moody trying to roll in on that quick time as they come out of turn at number 4. Let's see if Moody can jump it up to the top of the charts here. Good draft, good pull for him. Ashton Thomas to the top. Landon Moody going to be 4th quick with a 48.957. Right now, Ashton Thomas, good old Sleepy at the top of the boards with a 48.473. All right, I do have to get the chat up so I can see you guys chatting at me. As these guys continue to wind these cars up, seeing what those top speeds will be here tonight. See, have we topped 160? 162 is the highest I have seen so far here. I'll tell you guys to say hello on the stream, but I can't see it yet. But make sure you guys give it a like, a share, and a follow as we get ready for tonight's big event. We got trucks coming up next after this at Talladega. That should be interesting. It is a weight and a speed reduction. Weight reduction, speed increase. Moody sideways in the corner there. That's going to cost him a little time through turn number 1 and 2. He's currently up to the number 3 spot as Ethan George has jumped up into the top spot once again with a 48.423. All right, I just need to get the Facebook chat up. Give me a second, guys. All right, so now we got all the chat up. Boo Moody says Helms. Helms wasting no time. Boo and Moody out there tonight. What's up, Scott Helms? Chris Fanning now at the top of the boards with a 48.389. These speeds starting to pick up a little bit. They got about 15 seconds left to get a quick time in. Looks like we are at 1, 2, 3. We're 19 cars looking to do battle here tonight. Tell me out there, who's your favorite? Who do you think is going to win this one here tonight as qualifying is up? Fanning at the top of the boards. Will anybody else jump up to the top? Kenny Storkson working his only lap. Here comes a run for Brett. He's pulling in on the back bumper to Landon Moody. Will it be a quick time? Across the line for those two. Brett is going to top Moody. Moody, but now back to the number 5 spot. So right now it looks like Chris Fanning is going to be at the top of the boards, but we still got Storkson coming out to complete his lap in the number 8 machine. Kenny Storkson going to go 13th quick, as that is going to be the end of qualifying. We did end up filling it. We got all 20 cars filled in this one, as we are going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup. As long as Glitchian isn't racing. All right, so all right, let's go ahead and get ready to pull up tonight's starting lineup. First off, I got to do a little bit of all right, guys, let me do a quick little driver's meeting here. All right, guys, most of you know the rules. That is going to be all initial starts, which is only one initial start, will be on green. Restarts will be on leader. We're going to keep it above the white line, except on that front straightaway. I don't care if you want to go below the line on the front straightaway, but around the rest of the track, we're going to keep it above the white line. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line on the starts and the restarts. That being said, if somebody misses a shift, I definitely get that. My main point is don't sit back to get a run on these restarts to jump out of line in the middle or the top. That will get you disqualified. Apparently, if you got to take more than 2 laps back because you go a lap down in the race because it is admin control cautions, you are going to need a wave around. So if you are going to need more than 1 wave around, I need you to let me know. If you need just 1 lap, go ahead and take it when we do get the yellow flag if you do end up a lap down. That being said, it is admin control cautions. Sometimes 1 or 2 people might spin out. I don't want to hold up the whole field for that. We got 25 laps or 30 minutes, whichever comes first. So we are under a little bit of a time constraint. So if there's a lot of cautions, I may not throw a ton of cautions. We do get 1 fast repair. If you do get in a wreck, go get that fast repair. Get back out there. We will get you back on the lead lap. Restarts will be on leader anytime after the pace car pulls off. So pretty much from where that grass starts up until when the green flag flies, you can go. We are running 110% horsepower, and we have 50 pounds less on the car, so they will be a little bit quicker here tonight. Make sure you guys go watch the stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at MDiTV now and have some fun. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Chris Fanning with Ethan George in second. Going to be Ashton Thomas in that number 3 spot. Brett Vincent in 4th. Landon Moody in 5th here tonight. James Burke in 6th. Cody Matthews in a 7th. Going to be Jordan Babinger in that number 8 spot. Frank Moniak in 9th. Going to be Kyle Todd in the number 10 spot. Luke Swarting in 11th. Bill Sleep going to start in that number 12 spot, with Kenny Storkson in 13th, Braden Wares in 14th, David Mayo 15th, Zach Lovelace in 16th, Riley Green going to be in that number 17 spot, Scott Milliken in the number 18 spot, Luke Cortor in the number 19 position, and Matt Cheeseman in at 20th. Looks like Coy Smith did not grid up in the 21st. I guess I did. Oh, I might have done 21. All right, looking for the green flag this time by as these guys roll through turn number 3 and 4. Also, most of you guys know the chat rule. If you have an issue, I don't care if you want to mic up one time and tell somebody they're a moron, but if they keep it up, I will probably remove you from the server. Have fun, guys. Looking for the green flag as they come down the start-finish line. Out front, Chris Fanning on the gas. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Here they go. They're going to go 3 wide as Moody looks to the bottom. Moody looking for the lead already as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be 3 wide. We got a car coming off of pit road as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2. Going to be 3 wide for the lead. Moody's going to have it. Here comes the 10 of Matthews down on the bottom. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're 2 and 3 wide all the way through the field as they try to get things figured out. Oh, Ethan George going to slide down into... Oh, he's got to know that the plow does not lift for anybody in that number 14 as Matthews is going to jump up to the outside. He parks it on Ethan George. I don't think he meant to do that. I think that car got out from underneath him. Ethan George going the wrong way in a hurry here at the beginning. Look at Lovelace navigating his way up to the field, already up 9 spots as they come down the front straightaway, wasting no time to get up to the front as they head into 1 and 2. 1 lap in the book because it's going to be Jordan Babinger on the outside as Moody rolls the bottom as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Curious with that extra horsepower how that top side's going to work as we get a little bit of contact further back in the field as it looks like Burke and Todd get together. They keep it straight down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. These cars looking on edge here tonight. Actually looking great as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Fanning all over the back of Moody. Oh, Babinger sideways. A lot of these guys sideways. Burke was sideways as they come out of turn number 4. Look at that field out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, trying to get things figured out. They are 3 wide back in the pack as they're nose to tail up at the front, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Ashton has lost a ton of ground. Matt Cheeseman getting out here a little bit late. We're going to have to try to get him back on the lead lap when we get a caution as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It is going to continue to be Landon Moody out front, leading the way. Chris Fanning in second. Babinger in that number 3 spot. Here comes Zach Lovelace up underneath Brett Vincent, looking for 4th. That is 12 spots for Lovelace as they head into turn number 3. So Lovelace on the move. Shout out for Brett. Yeah, Brett's going the wrong way in a hurry right now. Oh, Burke is going to fill in that bottom side. That's going to push Brett a little bit further back, but he's got help coming. I see Kyle Todd. Kyle Todd is blocking Ethan George as they head through the tri-oval down into turn number 1 and 2. Out front, continuing to lead the way, is going to be Landon Moody. Look at this. Lovelace going to dig to the outside in turn number 1 and 2. He is going to work that side draft out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Can Lovelace make it to the point? He's up 13 spots as they look for turn number 3. I'm pretty impressed with this field so far. Everybody keeping it pretty clean as it looks like Lovelace struggling a little bit to get that number 3 spot all to himself. He's got Brett Vincent jumping to the outside. Here comes James Burke up into the party as they come out of turn number 3 down the front straightaway. So far, so good. They're going to be 4 wide, though, down the front straightaway. Braden Ware's on the bottom. It's going to be Kenny Storkson all the way to the top as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to use all the width of this track, and I'll tell you what, this track is wide. As they head through turn number 1 and 2, they're going to keep it straight. Here comes Kyle Todd. He's going to slam doors with Braden Ware's out of turn number 2. Oh, they're going to kiss a little bit down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Both of them keep it straight. Ethan George to the outside. I don't know if I'd want to be on the outside of that battle as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Ethan, keep it up a little bit higher. You're going to make it 4 wide as it looked like Kenny Storkson was going to squeeze him up the track. Here comes Kyle Todd and Braden Ware still leaning on each other down the front straightaway as we are trying to go 3 wide for second behind these guys, in front of these guys. Oh my God, there is racing everywhere as they come down the front straightaway looking for 1 and 2. Jordan going to work that high side. Babinger in that number 48 machine. He's going to get a little loose up there. Oh, the 8 down low. Fanning gets loose on the bottom. Here comes Lovelace to the bottom. He is looking for second out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Great racing so far. 5 laps complete as they head for turn number 3. Oh, Jordan goes to the top as Moody tried to block him as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes the 14 up Brett Vincent into turn number 3 and 4. Brett thought about 3 wide, didn't have the position. He's going to fall back a little bit into the grass of Ethan George. Ethan George thinking about ducking up underneath them, not going to push them as they come down the front straightaway. Oh, he gets into Brett. Brett sideways. We're wrecking down the front straightaway. Caution flag comes out. Did Brett just cause the big one? Oh, no, Ethan put it in there. Let's take a good look at this one. So Ethan's going to put his nose in there. Oh, Chris Fanning comes out. Oh, Ethan going to push up the track when Fanning came up. Look at the big hit on the bottom. Oh, big hit. As we get a bunch of wrecking. Oh, my God. Mayo came in there late. Caution flag comes out for the first time here tonight. Wow. That was actually a lot of fun to watch. All right, so Moody going to have the lead there. Jordan in second. Kenny Storkson in third. Burke and Matthews, your top 5. And we got a few guys down on pit road from that wreck. Looks like Mayo took a big hit. Swarting, Ethan, George, all taking big hits. George had to definitely take the tow. Yeah, it looked like Fanning and Ethan got together, just hard racing, and it pushed Ethan up a little bit, and he gets into Brett. That wasn't Brett's fault for once. The plow did not cause that one. He just yelled at me in the chat. Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, I think most of you guys down on pit road are too. For once, I got to pick on Brett. Brett's great. So Ethan George is a lap down here. Looks like Brett might be a lap down. He's going to have to take one back. Moody going to lead the field here tonight. Fanning, Swarding, and Mayo still down on pit road, taking some big hits tonight. Oh, okay. So you know he can be a little squirrely. You know what I'm saying? No. All right, so Brett going to catch the field. Will he go ahead and take his lap? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so we got a couple guys that are a couple laps down. We're going to try to get them back on the lead lap when they get back out here. Chris Fanning having to take a long, long tow. It's iRacing. iRacing is the sim. All right, we got them stacked up 2x2, looking for the green flag this time by. Damn it, Fanning. How long did you have a tow for? All right, we got them stacked up 2x2, looking for the green flag this time by as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Moody and we're going to clear the blacks. Look at how you just do it. You just kind of do it. Looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down to the line. It is going to be Moody and Jordan side by side heading for 1 and 2. Moody's going to get a nice jump. Lovelace has a lot of work to do. He's already come from the back once as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Jordan going to go back to work on the high side. He's got Kenny Storkson down on the bottom. Kenny coming up through the field, having a good run up to the number 10 spot. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It is going to be side by side for that number 2 spot on back. Moody leads the way as they look for turn number 3. Oh, big bobble, big contact, big save out of James Burke. Oh my God, that got real crazy as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Everybody happens to hold on as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Storkson going to blink out a little bit there. Jordan to his outside. Here comes James Burke as they come across the line. Going to be 11 laps complete. 11 laps complete as they head for turn number 1 and 2. I'll tell you what, if the rest of this race is anything like that first part, we are in for a treat here tonight. Here comes Kyle Todd in the number 26. Kyle Todd working his way up through, going to take the run out of turn number 2, looking for the back bumper of Babinger down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Big push for Kyle Todd into turn number 3. He's going to push the 48 into the lead. Can they keep the momentum out of turn number 4? Oh, they're going to lose a little ground in the middle. Let's see if Kyle Todd can get back to that back bumper as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes Burke. Burke's going to go to the bottom. He's going to make it 3 wide for that number 3 spot out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Oh, Moody. Moody, big risky move. Late block. He's going to make contact with the 48. Shoves him up into the wall. Here comes Kyle Todd down to the bottom looking for the lead. That's going to benefit him the most as we got contact as Storkson gets together with the number 10 of Cody Matthews. Matthews going to hold on to it as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Going to be 3 wide for the lead. Kyle Todd down on the bottom. Oh, Jordan's going to give it back to Moody a little bit down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Great race in here. Jordan's going to come down to the bottom. Looks like Burke is going to squeeze Kyle Todd down to the line as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Jordan looking to the bottom. Moody's going to block. Here comes Jordan back up high out of turn number 4 to the line. 13 laps complete. 13 laps complete as they come down the front straightaway. Jordan's going to try to take some momentum. Burke's going to try to stick his nose in there. Oh, gets in the back of Moody. Moody able to hold on to it. 3 wide for second as Kyle Todd gives the door to Burke into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Contact 3 wide for that number 2 spot. Here comes Frank. You know there's about to be an accident. Frank's up in it as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Oh, Frank's going to survive for now as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Frank, hold on to it. Oh, contact as Kyle Todd and Storkson get together as Kyle Todd was trying to avoid Frank. This is fun. This is a lot of fun as they come down the back straightaway, front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. I'm going to go ahead and mute my phone so you guys don't have to hear it ding. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, top 3 going to break away as the battle for third is going to get it. Oh, the 48 of Jordan sideways. I didn't see what happened, but big save. Oh, what happened to Swarting? Oh, we got contact at the back of the pack. Not really sure. Yeah, I didn't see anything until afterwards. I was watching the front. Oh. Big wreck there. Mayo going to get caught up in that one as we get the caution here once again. We're going to go ahead and give Chris a wave around here because apparently we got a glitch. All right, Chris, they're going to be on the back straightaway. I gave you one wave around because I know you got to get a couple here anyway. So I gave you a wave around so you don't get DQ'd. All right, so Fanning going to get a lap back here. We'll get him one more. I think one more, he will be on the lead lap. As we got a big one here tonight. Oh, Brent's got a bunch of damage on the back end of that number 14. No bueno for him. Looks like Ashton, Luke Swarting, and David Mayo all with the meatballs. Landon Moody continuing to lead that one, this one here tonight. I think I'm going to have to give Fanning one more lap here. So this has been an intro. Yeah, I'm hosting the server too. Yeah, that's why I'm able to do that stuff. I give the wave rounds and clear blacks and all that good stuff. Getting exciting. Hard racing up at the front. Fanning going to get that lap back here in just a minute. Cody Matthews is done. He was getting beat up a little bit there. As we are 16 laps complete in this one, going to be 17-8. So we're going to get a 7-lap shootout here. Can we go green the rest of the way? Fanning jumping up to the outside, going to get that lead. If I hit the button, they can. Or if they're watching the stream. Like, Brett can hear me because he's definitely watching.
Yep, watching.
As you can see.
And reading Casey's comments.
And reading Casey's comments. I see you got that rear end fixed. It looked like you just got back from a Diddy party earlier.
Yeah, it was a little rough.
All right, we are getting one to go. One to go.
Braden was there on the other side.
Yeah, this has been fun watching. It's different. It actually looks like they're racing real well with extra power. I figured this was a good track to test it at. All right, we are looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 3 and 4. We do have a couple guys catching up. There, or one guy catching up. He is a lap down. He's not going to make it there in time, but he'll be able to get it if we get another one as they come through turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Landon Moody and James Burke on that front row. I'm curious if tires are going to mean anything here. These guys are really abusing these. What's up, Swank? Yeah, he's cherry picking. These aren't so easy for him. So we're allowed to add us up to 10% power now. So they have 110% more power, which is I think I've heard speeds of 170, which is about 20 miles per hour faster than they usually go. But they are definitely in the 160s. I've seen for top speeds. I haven't looked to see if I see 170, but it looks doable. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Going to be Moody leading the way. Burke still on the outside. And look at this. Lovelace has made his way back up to the front in that number 5 machine. Oh, Burke tried to come down, but Kyle Todd is going to fill that void as they come out of turn number 4. Shoots to the bottom. Moody leads the way. They're going to be 3 wide per second. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. You should. I added power to those. Also, slide job by Kyle Todd into the number 2 spot. That Lovelace says not today. He's going to dig hard on the inside as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Lovelace going to try to fight back. Oh, we got a big wreck in the back. They're wrecking. Oh, wrecking again. Caution is out. Oh, they're going to get squeezed. Oh, they just got squeezed. Oh. That was unfortunate. Kenny Starks, I'm going to really pay for that one. As we get the caution flag here once again. So caution flag come out once again. Sleeper deeper. What's good? What's good? All right, so we are working the caution flag. We are going to get a green-white checker situation here. We are going to take a look. We do have 8 minutes. Although these guys are going to want to get out here and get into that truck race at Dega. Coming up next. Should be a wild one there. Oh, shoot. I forgot the limit. I was lucky we only ended up with 21 in this one. All right, let's see if anybody decides to take a... Nobody taking tires. That actually surprised me. Looks like Fanning's going to be done. Ashton Thomas is going to go ahead and get his lap back. Cheeseman down on pit road. Brett Vincent on pit road. I know that Brett's used his fast repair, so he's going to have to take some damage repair. Significant damage on the front of this thing. I don't feel like anything has changed in many seasons, Mike. Looks like Cheeseman had a fast repair. Brett did not. Storkson is good. I think that Braden Wares is done. Riley Green is still up in this one. I don't think they're going to have a chance to use them. All right, so we are going to get a green-white checker, I'm pretty sure here. Might be a natural one. Landon Moody is going to lead the way. Zach Lovelace, Kyle Todd, James Burke, your top four. Frank is going to be in that number 5 spot. I like where that third row is sitting. I think that might be a pretty good spot. These guys are going to be fast up at the front. Yeah, he's back on the lead lap. He's got an opportunity here. If I saw, I've definitely I'm been bored with it. And the time change is really what screwed me up. I don't know why they moved it to 8:30, because there's a lot of guys that run. No crash, Frank, right? Yeah, we don't need Frank to crash. He needs to take an opportunity here and get a good finish. He's actually been doing better. But yeah, I got a lot of guys that like to run the big blocks and the late models, and now they can only run one or the other for the openers. And it kind of sucks that they changed the time. All right, we still got 14 cars out on the track. I appreciate you, Mike. We are going to look for the green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. It is going to be a natural green-white checker here tonight. Well, you know, he got caught up in a wreck, so these get a little crazy. He's got plenty of opportunity to make his way up through the field. All right, looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. If that yellow didn't come out. Oh, yeah, you were rolling. It was definitely an interesting race. I'll tell you that. Looking for the green flag as they come down the front straightaway. Green flag is out. Moody on the gas as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Lovelace going to stay on the outside for now. Now he's going to slide down in line. They're going to get single file for the top 2. Leave it 2 by 2 for second on back. Frank going to be all over the back of Kyle Todd into turn number 1 and 2. On a turn number 2 down the front straightaway. Or back straightaway. Wow. I'm trying to read the chat and watch the race at the same time. Sometimes I get a little confused of where I am on the track. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Oh, Jordan's going to grab the wall down the back straightaway as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Will they make the white flag? That is going to be the question here as they jockey for position through turn. Oh, got a little sketchy back there. They save it as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Yeah, Schaefer impressed me. 4 wide. 4 wide for the number 4 spot. Oh, Frank almost made the whole race, and he wrecks coming across the line for the white flag lap. Moody going to lead the way. It's going to be Lovelace in that number 2 spot. Kyle Todd in third as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Can Lovelace get the run? Will he have the help if he needs it? Oh, they're wrecking. They're wrecking in the back. Down into turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of contact for that number 3 spot. That's going to cost those guys some spots. Here comes Sleepy in the number 33. We got a battle as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Moody leads the way. Here comes Lovelace to the bottom. Kyle Todd going to follow. Moody's going to come down for the block. They're wrecking for fourth as it's going to be Landon Moody. Wow, they were 4 wide for fourth. Zach Lovelace, Kyle Todd, your top 3. Ashton is going to get that number 4 spot. James Burke in 5th. What a finish. Let's go back and take a look at that. We got to go back and take a look at this for frickin' 4th. This is wild. Ethan and let's look at it from the chopper. Watch this battle for. They're gonna beat doors here for that number 4 spot. Continue to beat 4 wide coming to the line. What a wild finish for 4th. Ashton gets it as Moody takes the win here tonight. Let's go ahead and go through these results. We'll bring in the top 3 and we'll get ready for. It is going to be Landon Moody with the win here tonight. Zach Lovelace 2nd. Kyle Todd in 3rd. Going to be James Burke in the number 4 spot. Ashton Thomas in 5th. Oh, I guess Burke did get him. Oh, my God, by 1/1000th of a second. Holy cow. All right, so good run for Burke and Thomas anyway. Ethan George in 6th. Matt Cheeseman going to come back to 7th. Going to be Bill Sleep in 8th. Riley Green in 9th. Luke Cortier in the number 10 spot. Going to be Kenny Storkson in 11th, Frank Monick, in 12th, Brent Vincent in 13th. Going to be Jordan in 14th, Chris Fanning 15th, Braden Wares in 16th, Cody Matthews going to be in 17th, Luke Swarting in that number 18 spot, and David Mayo in 19th. Let's go ahead and bring in that top 3. That was freaking wild. All right, I gotta say that was fun to watch. Kyle Todd, you had an exciting race. Exciting race once again for Kyle Todd. Gonna finish 3rd here tonight. Relatively clean race for you here tonight. A little bit of door banging, but man, solid 3rd. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, you got make what you can out of it when you ain't got no friends out there. I mean, nobody wants to. I don't know. I get it. Everybody seems to have their buddies they want to push with, and mine is missing in action and going to drop off a race car tonight. So it was fun, man.
It definitely was fun to watch out there. A little extra power tonight. Seemed to suit your driving style a little bit more on the right rear tonight. Got to navigate the car and kind of put it in different positions. It seemed to help you.
Yeah, I thought something was different, but if you ain't figured it out, I join about at the last minute possible every time. So once I heard what y'all were talking about, I figured either the setup was different or had more power, but yeah, they definitely seemed to race a little better. That's kind of crazy there at the end. I couldn't suck up to the 2 in front of me. I didn't really understand that, but
yeah, it has been different the last couple weeks with that. Well, great run. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Well, I got me, myself, and I. I mean, that's pretty much it. Farless owes me some money since he dipped out on me tonight. Congratulations to them two ahead of me there. It was a pretty fun, clean race. So that's what we get on there to do is have fun. So
for sure, good run. It was definitely fun watching you guys.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you hosting. We'll catch
no
you
problem.
later.
Lovelace, back to front. Back to front. That was the name of the game here tonight, man. That thing was cruising, but you get up in that top 5, is a little harder to move forward.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun charging through the field, especially with the setup we had there. That second lane in 1-2 was really working for me, and I was just rolling that outside nicely. And looking back, it looks like on that first restart after I had that crash, I had my car fixed, and the guys in front of me didn't really feel like the green flag meant go, and I broke the nose on it again, and so it just got the same result as last week, driving around behind Moody with a broken nose. But super fun getting up there.
You know, it definitely was interesting out here tonight. Different power package. Did it make you feel like you could do more? Um, you could do more once with those runs with that extra power and be able to put your car in different positions to make passes when you had to.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we were moving, I don't know, about 160 in the draft down the straightaway, but I think that what really matters is that it was hard to keep it around the bottom. You couldn't just keep it flat around the bottom. You either had to hang the ass end out a lot or do a light lift or some combination of it. And so if you moved up the track, I mean, you don't have any extra banking, but you can just keep it wound up, and these cars really love that. So, I mean, great wide track for this. You could experiment with so many lines. I felt like a lot was possible, and if somebody was in your way, you could just try and go wherever they weren't. It was pretty fun.
It definitely was fun to watch. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, and sponsors?
Always have to thank my team, Texas Speed. Everybody for coming out and racing tonight. That was super fun. Congrats to Kyle and Moody, of course, for the win, and you for putting on the broadcast, and of course, big thanks to John's mom.
Always got to thank John's mom. Landon Moody, Victory Lane, a very familiar spot for you, but it was not easy. A couple close blocks there. These cars seemed to get a run on you, and next thing you know, they were there.
Yeah, this was definitely not as easy for sure. I feel like this one was definitely had more challengers for sure to fend off, and definitely had to get a little aggressive and try to hang on to the lead. But it was still good racing. I thought the extra power, less weight was a good call with the street stocks. Definitely might be something going forward we need to do for at least the street stocks. We'll see how the trucks do here in a minute, but thought it was a really fun and perfect track, I think, to try it out too, with it being with the old track too. It's really slippery, and that was a couple times I was just drifting it through the corner, just trying to just maintain control and not spin myself out. But it was definitely it was fun for sure. It's like what Zach said, you could really move around a lot of different lines. You could run just like a middle cut down bottom, or you could run the top. I mean, you had options.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a racy track, racy combo. Fantastic win here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors, and then I got a couple other questions for you.
Appreciate you for putting on this deal every week. Another fun race.
I am back, Easy. I had to get a drink. I'm back, man. What, are you coming out of
3 Racing, Justin with Sim Sports.
Hey, driver, you wrecked me. What are you doing?
All the rest of the top 3, Zach and Todd for top 3. Good job with them. And all the friends and family watching, and everybody who came out to race tonight.
Well, good run. Now we are going to the trucks. They've changed a lot on the draft package a lot. And I'm thinking maybe the extra power will help give us some of that back, or maybe even have these cars race a little bit more like it's 50 pounds lighter. Or 110 pounds lighter, and 10%, 110% horsepower. Maybe you can make a couple cars do something, and you have to work a little bit at it rather than just having the big pack everybody crashes in.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the trucks, if anything, power-wise, it may feel very similar to the O'Reilly cars. Maybe that's just a possibility, but I don't know. Or if it may feel like. I don't know what would be another good, not CRTs, but like another, whatever, like maybe Cup or so, if without
the old Cup,
like probably
last
the old
gen.
Cup cars, maybe. Yeah, the old Cup cars could be very similar, but I think maybe with the power difference, it might feel very similar to O'Reilly. But we'll just have to see here and see how it feels.
Appreciate the the sub, Charlie. I said Chubbs. I always appreciate a good Chubb. John does too. Where is John? But
I don't think he's gonna make it tonight. He's been moving.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I combined the Charlie and the sub together, and it came out Chubb.
Oh, Chubb.
But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what it does. Maybe the little lighter weight. The thing I liked about doing these is these are a little easier to save when you get in a bad position than some of the other cars.
Yeah. It's very compared to like O'Reilly or the probably what Arca car or like the Gen 6. Yeah, for sure, probably.
Well, good run tonight, guys. Have some fun here in the Talladega race, and maybe I'll see you guys again here in about an hour.
Yep.
That's the plan.
All right, guys.
Thank you, James.
No problem.
Thanks, James.
All right, guys, we are getting ready for this one as these guys are out on the track putting some laps in here at Dega in the trucks. Let's see. We are pushing over 200 miles per hour in a truck. I see Doug did 201. Let's see. We got a 202 for Bill Sleep and David Mayo. That is cruising in the frickin' truck. I'd say 202 in the truck is pretty quick. So we are working 110% power. Nice. That'll be fun. This is a little different format than the other one. So this will have heat races and a consi. So top 5 are going to transfer in, and I will be telling these guys here soon. Top 5 will be transferring in on qualifying. That is going to be so important. You don't want to get caught in the hornet's nest with when it comes to going into these. Oh my god. Oh, the 19 blinked out. That was Wesley blinking out in that number 19, and these guys absolutely demolished them. As we are getting ready for tonight's main event here at Talladega. Heath and George out there having a little bit of fun in that 78. Brett's out there in the number 14. Storkson out there wrecking. Frank is out there in the 52.
I wonder if a truck makes a good ramp. Does a truck have 4 wheels?
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's 3.
Okay, I thought.
All right, so we are loading up. This session is loading up pretty quickly here. Looks like we got 40-ish cars in the server. As they continue to load in, that's going to be the end of practice. We're going to get into qualifying, and I'm going to do a quick driver's meeting. All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick driver's meeting at the beginning of qualifying here. You guys can go ahead and qualify. Going to go through some of the rules. We do this every Thursday night. We do street stocks before this, and it's something that's pretty much wide open. And then we do Talladega. This week we are doing trucks at Talladega. Sometimes we do Indy cars. Sometimes we do COT. You know, we mix it up. For you guys that have not been here, we are going to keep it above the double yellow lines here tonight. So when you're qualifying, I could care less where you qualify. I'm not going to watch 40 plus cars qualify. But when we are in the race, we're going to keep it above those double yellow lines. Chat is the biggest thing here. I don't care if you have a problem with someone. People make mistakes. People get mad. You can mic up one time, tell them they're a fucking moron or whatever you feel like you got to say, but leave it at one and done. If you do keep it going, that is the easiest way to get removed from this server. Top 5 are going to make it on qualifying here tonight, guys. You get 3 laps. Top 5 make it in straight to the feature on qualifying. Everybody else is going to have to go through the heat and or the consi. Top 8 are going to come out of heat 1 and 2. Top 5 out of the consi. A total of 26 going into tonight's feature. On initial starts, it will be on green. Restarts will be on leader. The only time you have to worry about restarts is in the feature. There are no cautions in the heats and the consis. That being said, you have 1 fast repair. If you get in a wreck, go get that fast repair, get back out there. They'll probably wreck again. On the starts and the restarts, do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. Now, I do get it if somebody misses a shift or there's a big stack up. I'll use my discretion there, but the main thing we want to prevent is sitting back and getting the run to jump to the middle or the high side. there's nothing dumber than wrecking before you even get to the start finish line. So if you do that, I'll probably just remove you. It's just the easiest way to handle it. So do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. This will be live on MDiTV now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Make sure you guys go give it a like, a share, and a follow. And let's have some fun here tonight. If I forgot anything, some of the regulars will let you guys know. All right, guys. These guys out on the track putting out the qualifying runs as Doug Camp currently at the top of the boards right now. As Doug leads the way with a 53.170 right now. There goes Kevin Parker second with a 215. Whoa, they're slowly kicking it up. But Caleb White and Parker both crossing the line at about the same time, only 1/1000th of a second apart. Painter's going to be in that number 2 spot with a 199. Ashton Champion with a 200. So these laps starting to come in. Let's see if we got anybody that's a regular that we can go ahead and jump on and watch. Bill Sleep going to jump up to the number 2 spot. Can he improve that time? Qualifying in that top 5 is so important here tonight. Not ending up in the heat and the consi. There's so much unknown about ending up in the heats or the consis. So you want to qualify in that top 5 if you can. Right now, Frank Monak in the number 14 spot. Is he going to be able to cross the line here tonight with a better spot than 15th? Doug going to go to the top of the charts with a 53.161. Oh, they are slowly creeping up in time. Ethan George with a 53.140. That's going to be the new quick time. Can anybody else beat it? Here comes the last race winner. Braden Ware's up to second. So these guys are definitely shuffling positions. Last race winner, Landon Moody out on the track. Just to give you an idea, these guys are doing 197 miles per hour by themselves with the 110 increase in power, or they're 110% power and 110 pounds less. Painter going to jump up to the quick time with a 53.119. Jessica Childs with a 53.128. So these positions are definitely starting to change a lot. Kyle Todd and Zach Lovelace. Lovelace can be a master of qualifying. We'll have to keep an eye on him here tonight. He loves to sneak his way late into that top 5. Right now, our top 5 are looking pretty good. As Moody's going to complete lap number 1. Let's see if he moves down to the bottom for lap number 2. He is going to move down to the bottom as he heads into turn number 1 and 2. Looking for a quick time here tonight. Let's see if Moody can break his way into that top 5 here tonight. You know he doesn't want to end up in the consi. So we are just about full. It looks like we got about 44-ish cars. So we are going to be sending a lot of people home here tonight. Here comes Moody out of turn number 4. Let's see if he can move that quick time up. As he is going to come across the line to complete lap number 2. Landon Moody going to move himself up into the number 6 spot. 1 spot out. He's going to have to nail lap number 3. One more chance for Landon Moody to make it up into the top 5. Lovelace out there still rolling the top here. He's going to wind it up one more time on the top here and then go take his quick time. So we're going to jump back on Moody. Can he break his way into the top 5? Currently with a 53.142, only 3 100th of a second out of less than 3/100ths of a second out of the pole. Let's see if he's able to pick it up here as he comes out of turn at number 4. Can he knock Russell out of that number 5 spot? Here comes Moody across the line. And he does not. Slower that time with a 53.212 right now, sitting on the pole for heat race number 1. Let's go jump on with Landon Moody or Zach Lovelace. Let's see if Lovelace is able to put himself into the top 5. He is so good at qualifying. He's going to come across the line. Lovelace going to go second quick with a 53.121. Lovelace now into that top 5. So we still got a few guys out there qualifying. Kevin Grubbs out there in the number 21 machine. Ugh. It was getting late. Looks like we have quite a few cars that have not put down qualifying time. Let's see if there's still. Almost everybody's still in here. Ethan George isn't on time. Braden Ware's on time. Braden Ware's is currently on the bubble. Kevin going to jump up to 29th quick here. He's got, I think, one more lap he can go. I think everybody else. We got Charlie Morgan out here completing a lap in the number 69 machine. He's sitting 9th right now. He could potentially punch his way into that top 5 right here. Definitely within the realm of possibilities here. He's not that far off those quick times. Oh, he's a tick slower with a 168. Kevin coming across the line as it is going to be about 20 seconds left in qualifying. I think that's going to be about all we get as he's going to come across the line. And he's going to jump up to 25th quick with a 198. Look how close these times are. Hold on, let's take a look at this. The top 27 are 1/10 of a second apart. All right. We are going to get ready for tonight's heat race number 1 as they are going to jump out on the track. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in position where we can see. All right, guys, I'm just going to give you a quick reminder here. This start will be on green. There are no caution flags. If you get in a wreck, go get that fast repair. Get back out there. They will probably wreck again. And you'll still have a chance to get in. Also, do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. I don't care if you want to go 3 wide right away. I don't have a 3 wide rule. I just don't want you to jump out until after the start-finish line. If you guys do stretch it out in the front where somebody can get in line safely, I mean, I use your discretion there. I'm not going to get mad if the second place car pulls into line if there's a ton of room there. I just don't want people sitting back and jumping out of line before the start finish line. All right, starting on the pole here tonight. Appreciate you guys. All right, let me change that. All right, starting on the pole here tonight. Top 8. Top 8 make it. Everybody else goes to the Conti. We take top 5 out of the Conti. Conti is going to be crazy. It's going to be Russell Friedman starting on the pole here tonight. Brandon Curtis in second. Going to be Caleb White in that number 3 spot. Austin Olds in third. Kyle Todd's going to be in fourth. Kyle Todd's going to be in fifth here tonight. Luke Swarting in sixth. Going to be Ashton Champion in the number 7 spot. Bill Sleep in eighth. Kenny Storkson in ninth. Going to be Brent Vincent in that number 10 spot. Ashton Thomas in 11th. Ethan Campbell in 12th. It's going to be Wesley in the number 13 spot. Riley Green, 14th. Clint Sheehan going to race with us here tonight in the number 15 spot. Frank Moniak in the number 16 spot. Asher did not grid up. Is he on pit road? In the number 17 spot. I don't know what that name is. He's not in here anyway. In the number 18 spot, Cody in 19th. And Jim Cormier in that number 20 spot. All right, we are going to look for that green flag. It's going to be top 8 transferring through. Should get interesting here tonight as these guys try to race their way in. I don't know what it is, but something stinks about that 38 car. Yeah, Austin's in a pretty good spot. Let's see how he does. Little extra power. I'm curious if that's going to help the draft. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, going to be Russell and Brandon Curtis on that front row. Looking for the green flag this time. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm far enough. Oh, I am. Okay, I'm in the right view. As they come out of turn number 4, pace car going to pull in. It is going to be side by side up at the front. Going to be 5 laps here. Top 8 transfer in as they come into the tri-oval. 2 by 2 by 2. I'm not going to do the rest. As they come into the restart zone. 5 laps. Who's going to win heat race number 1? Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Russell going to get a nice jump as they head for turn number 1 and 2. These guys trying to situate themselves. A little bobble out of Brett there up towards the front. He's going to make his way down. He was unsure about making the cross down to the bottom as here comes Austin Olds. He moves down to the bottom. He's going to get on the back bumper of White as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, look for the second place car to pop out maybe as they come out down the back straightaway. Top lane is starting to move. Oh, the 26 of Kyle Todd going to try to make it 3 wide. He's going to get stuck in the sucker hole. No, he comes back down in front of Champion. Champion cut him a big break there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be single file for the top 5, and they are 2 by 2 behind him. Asher did make it out on the track. We'll see if he's able to make his way in as they come across the line. Russell going to lead lap number 1. Lap number 1 in the books. They're going to get single filed out pretty quick here. Kyle Todd going to drop down in front of Champion again. Champion going to give him a bump in the back as they head through 1 and 2. Here comes Kyle Todd back to the top side. Oh, we got a big wreck. The 12 is tumbling. There's a couple of them wrecking. The 12 sliding down the side, down the back straightaway. Definitely a few cars getting caught up. Ashton Thomas getting caught up. This is part of the craziness of getting caught in the heat race. Things happen. As they come out of turn number 4, let's go back and see if we can see. Wow, that 12 car was wild. Caught it a little bit late there. I wouldn't want to miss any of this action up at the front. Remember, top 8 transfer through right now. Swarting, and now Brent Vincent is in that bubble spot, so we definitely have a bigger pack here. Oh, we got one that turned down into the 17. Big catch up. Not a lot of damage here as they wreck through turn number 1 and 2. That's going to put Brett one spot out as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Another caution, another wreck here. No caution flags in this as they try to get it situated. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It looks like Caleb White has said he's going to stay in line as they head through turn number 3 and 4. These guys are locked in right now up at the front. Right now, the battle for the transfer spot is going to be between the 8 and these guys are in. These guys are in. They just got to stay away from the rest of the pack. So they just have to be smart here as our top 6 are single file up at the front. Riley Green and Frank Monak are single file back here. If they could just keep in front of the rest of the field, they should be all right here. So right now, everybody looking pretty good as they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. I know there's one car in this top 6 that is not happy about running where he's at. He's not in the lead. It's going to be the 26 at Kyle Todd. Look for him to possibly make a move. Coming to the checkered flag here tonight is he's going to give a big bump to the 22. 22 of Austin Olds jumps up to the high side. Kyle Todd does not follow him as they come to the line. Here comes Kyle. Kyle's thinking about the top now as they look for turn number 1 and 2. White flag is out. White flag is out. Kyle Todd going to jump up to the outside with the number 22 of Austin Olds. They're going to hook up through turn number 1 and 2, trying to work together. Olds trying to hold on to it. Kyle Todd pushing him for all his life. As Swarting going to take the safe bet as we get a big block there. Russell not able to get up there as here comes Austin Olds. Austin going to run down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Can that top side prevail? Luke not knowing where to go. He's going to sit back a little bit. Doesn't want to get caught up. Bill Sleep just behind them. Down through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be side by side as they come out of turn number 4, door to door. Drag race out of turn number 4, looking for the line. All Olds on the high side. Big push to the tri-oval. Russell gets the push back. It's door to door to the line. It's going to be Austin Olds with the win. Russell Friedman in second. Kyle Todd, Caleb White, Luke Swarting, Bill Sleep, Riley Green, and Frank Monak, your top 8. What a finish here tonight in heat race number 1. So Swartings makes it, Bill Sleep makes it, Green makes it, and Monak make it also. Everybody else off to the LCQ. What a finish in heat race number 1. That was a good finish with you guys up front. All right, so all right, we are going to get ready here for heat race number 2. Landon Moody going to be starting on the... All right, guys, let's move on. All right, it's going to be Landon Moody. 8 out of the heats, 5 out of the consi. Going to be Landon Moody starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. Charlie Morgan in second. Going to be Doug Bortrees in the number 3 spot. Douglas Camp in 4th. All Doug, row number 2. Going to be Oliver in that number 5 spot. Aubrey Thomas in 6th. Going to be Jones in that number 7 spot. Schroeder in 8th. Going to be Scott Helms in the number 9 position. Kevin Grubbs in 10th. Going to be David Mayo in 11th. Kevin Parker in 12th. Going to be Chris Fanning starting in 13th here tonight. Phillip in 14th. Gary in 15th. Going to be Jason Nasworth in the number 16 spot. Primo in 17th. Kyle in 18th. Going to be Jeff Connors in 19th. And Dylan Faust in that number 20 spot. So there are 3 people that did not grid up for this. It's going to be Primo, Kyle Wigglesworth, and Dylan Faust are not gridding up. Wigglesworth would have been fun to call in the race, but yeah, it was a save. The 12 was wild. It was on its door the whole time. I don't know if you went back and watched the replay as we are looking for the green flag this time by. All right, just a reminder, guys, this start will be on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line, and have some fucking fun. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. You got Moody and Morgan on the front row. Battle of the Dougs in the second row. I'm just curious, which Doug is better? I guess they don't want to answer. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn at number 4. Pace car going to pull in. Side by side through the field. Who's it going to be? Green flag is out. We're going to go ahead and... Goodbye. As Morgan going to take the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Douglas Camp on his back bumper as they head through 1 and 2. Moody falls way back out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Going to be 3 wide back there for the number 4 spot. 3 spot. 4 spot. It is 4. I didn't see the one car sneaking up there. Top 3 going to get single file as it is going to be chaos for 4 wide for 4th on back. Moody going to try to get the advantage as they head through turn number 3 and 4. He's going to try to get single file. Wants to get back to the back bumper of those guys and not be side by side because that is where things happen. Back there in the Hornet's Nest as they come out of the trioval down the front straightaway to the line. Charlie Morgan going to lead lap number 1. Lap number 1 in the books as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Keeping an eye on the back of the pack here. This is where all the craziness seems to be happening. It's 3 wide. 3 wide back here in the pack. Who's it? Scott Helms in that bubble spot down on the bottom. So that's for the transfer spot. 3 wide for the transfer spot right there. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. So that first row of 3 wide, they are battling for the spot. Here comes David Mayo looking to help Scott Holmes get in. Scott Holmes going to get out in front of these guys as the 16 going to give a bump to the 21 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4 down to 2 wide back in the pack. We got a race up at the front. Racing up at the front. Looks like Thompson has moved up to the top side in that number 56 machine. Thompson going to pull back Camp. Breaks away the top 2. That's going to give some momentum to the top side. He's got help with Oliver behind him as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Moody going to jump up to the top side. They're going to get that top side moving as they come out of turn number 2. Thompson tries to move to the bottom. He does as they come out of turn 2. Here comes Moody to help Oliver. Oliver going to be in a pretty good spot as they drag race down the back straightaway. We got a big pack of cars here once again up at the front. Here comes Scott Helms and Mayo. They're up in the mix as Scott Helms going to take it 3 wide to the high side of Moody into turn number 3 and 4. Helms going to take all that energy. He's going to get to the back bumper of Oliver as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, that top lane has lost a ton of momentum as the top 2, Thompson and Morgan, try to pull away. Moody stuck in the sucker hole as they come out of through the trioval contact further back as Moody is desperate to get down as they head for turn at number 1. They're going to be 4 wide back in the pack. Oh, this is chaos as they are looking like they're going to wreck. Here it goes. Moody hard on the wall. They're going to wreck. Big wreck, big wreck. Oh, we're flying through the air. Big wreck, the 408 up in there. Shoo. A big one has happened as we get a breakaway out of turn number 2. Doug in that number 81 currently in that final transfer spot. Does look like there's damage on the 34 as we got one car down. Kevin Grubbs down on the track at the bottom in that number 21. He's going to go ahead and take the tow as we got a battle for the lead as Scott Helms is looking for it down the front straightaway. He's going to lead lap number 4. Last lap, white flag in the air as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Good race up at the front. The big one happened. Moody got caught up in it. He's going to be going. We're going to have some hitters in the LCQ as Thompson leads the way on the high side. Big push from Charlie Morgan out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Single file up at the top. Mayo's going to get in line. Mayo is locked in. He's got to feel good about this as long as he doesn't make a mistake. Looks like everybody that is in the top 8 is locked in as long as they don't make a mistake as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Look at Helms trying to set back and get the run out of turn number 4. Can he get there? What's up, Kenny? Let's go, Mayo. Yeah, good run for Mayo as they come through the tri-oval. It is going to be, oh, here comes the 7 Oliver looking to the bottom. It's going to be Thompson, Morgan, Oliver, Helms, Mayo, Jeff Connors, Chase Jones, and Doug Vertrees are your top 8. They're going to transfer their way in. Everybody else off to the LCQ. The big one happened in heat race number 2. By the way, Charlie, I saw that you put a message out there. The easiest way to find the link is jump on the stream on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. MDiTV now, or somebody could put the link in the chat if they can. Yeah, I usually do top 3. All right, we are going to get ready for the LCQ. This is going to be a wild one. I will tell you that now. As they go ahead. Oh, my God. Brett's going to be leading them to the... I am terrified. Brett's going to lead you guys to green. Did I just hear Brett ask for an EOL? All right, ready for the LCQ. It is going to be Brett Vinson starting on the pole, Kevin Parker in second. Going to be Jim Cormier in that number 3 spot, Andrew Schroeder in 4th. Going to be Kenny Storkson in 5th here tonight, Phillip in 6th, Asher Hansen in 7th. Douglas Camp going to be in that number 8 spot, Ashton Thomas in 9th. Landon Moody going to start in 10th here tonight, Brandon Curtis in 11th, Gary in 12th. Going to be Chris Fanning in the number 14 spot, Ethan Campbell 15th, Kevin Grubbs in 16th, Clint Sheehan going to start 17th, and I think that's all that's going to be there. Ethan Campbell is not going to grid up, and we are going to get ready for tonight's LCQ Top 5 transfer in. All right, guys, there's 16 of you. Top 5 transfer in, 6 laps. You got to be there to make it. Start is on green. Do not jump out of line until after the start finish line. As you've seen, I will just DQ you if you do what the 15 did. I was just thinking this is gonna be pretty wild. You're stuck down on the bottom. Moody's gonna be up top, and you guys are both gonna be desperate to get up to the front. Because I know you both want to be there. All right. Looking for the green flag this time by. This is about as tense as it gets. Oh, you're stuck down on the bottom too. All right. Let's get it out there in the chat. What's the over or under on Brett wrecking the whole field? I'm just picking on you, Brett. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag this time by Brett and Kevin Parker on that front row. As they come out of turn number 4, it should clean itself up. Down the front straightaway. This is about as quiet and as tense as you'll hear these guys right now. Nobody's saying anything. Yeah, it is looking frisky. Ashton goes, what about me? I said, you're stuck at the bottom too. So we'll see what these guys are able to do as they look for the green flag. Green flag is out. Oh, good start on the top side by Kevin Parker as they look for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be side by side. Now they're going to go 3 wide. Got one making a move to the middle side there, trying to take that momentum. As where is Moody? Moody's up to 6th already. I am waiting to see. Asher Hansen has moved back a little bit. Oh, he's stuck in the middle of 3 wide out of turn number 2. Oh, they're thinking about 4 wide. That is not a good spot for these guys. Oh, they're almost 5 wide down the back straightaway. 4 wide back here, looking for turn number 3. Here comes Storkson in the number 54. He's going to try to push forward. He's got the 38 behind him, and they are 3 wide behind him out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway as Kevin Parker leads the way. It's going to be a little bit of a battle up here. These guys are going to be fighting to stay in that top 5. Right now, Moody has his nose there, but here comes Doug Camp back on the outside. So these guys in the second pack, they're going to have to get organized and catch these guys. If they don't wreck, they're not going to have an opportunity here tonight. So they got to get organized and push their way forward as these guys race, as Brett Vincent is starting to fall back in that number 14. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. A little bit of desperation back there for those guys outside of that top 5, trying to find somewhere to go. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Brett's trying to get the side draft. Big bobble out of the 14 as they head into 3 and 4. Oh, the 37 makes contact with the lane in front of them. Somehow they all save it as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, Parker is going to lead lap number 2 this time by. That actually going to help those guys further back. That's going to give them a little bit of draft to suck up on. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Some of these guys might be hoping and counting on a possible wreck here up at the front as we close in on the halfway point at the line this time by. 2 laps in the books out of 6 here tonight in the LCQ. Top 5 going to transfer. Brett Vincent up on the high side trying to get that side draft. Here comes the rest of the pack. The rest of the pack is trying to suck in on him. It's about to get interesting here as the pack has found him out of turn number 4, coming to the halfway point. Oh, big contact there. Big save out of Douglas Camp. Oh, big wreck behind him. Oh, no, they're wrecking. That is unfortunate as it looks like Kenny Storkson going to get caught up in that one. That is unfortunate for him. Clint almost still found a way to hit him. Moody gets turned. What happened to Landon Moody? Let's go. Oh, he got turned off the nose of Camp. Just a lot of pushing there. Looks like Moody. Looks like Moody's going to get. Moody is going to get caught up in that one as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. More contact. Brett into the 16. Big wreck as the 16 of Phillip and Brett get together. That is not on Phillip as they're still wrecking back here in the pack. This is why you can't count yourself out as Ashton Thomas is now only 1 spot out. Make it 2 spots out as Hansen moves his way in into the number 6 spot. Here comes Chris Fanning in the number 84. He's got Asher Hansen behind him. 3 regulars on the cuff as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Back up to the front. These guys in the front are going to keep a single file. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to get interesting here because these guys are going to have to fight for position. Fanning is in. Hansen is out. Thomas is out. Kevin Grubbs. Look at this. Clint Sheehan is in the number 9 spot. If something big happens, he might make his way in as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, how I would not want to be the number 84 right now as Thomas gets to the back bumper of Asher Hansen as they come out of turn number 4. He's going to take the push from Thomas down the front straightaway. Battle for the transfer spot as they look through the tri-oval. Oh, they touch. Fanning's going to cut the grass. Damn, into the wall as Asher is going to take the number 5 spot. Now it is Ashton Thomas in the number 6 spot as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It is going to be Kevin Parker leading the way. Schroeder, Champion, and Camp. They are locked in if they don't crash. Hansen on that bubble spot. He's got Thomas all over the back of him. No. What's up, Ethan? Oh, Thomas is pushing Hansen. He's trying to get him loose, trying to push him up off the back spot as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Parker is leading it. He's going to take the win. Battle for the transfer spot. Thomas up high. Hansen down low. Oh, he's going to wreck him. Yeah. We're not going to make a habit out of that. All right, that is going to be the end of that one. That is going to move Kevin Grubbs into a transfer spot. As that is the end of the LCQ. A wild one here tonight. As these guys are going to... I get that. I get that. I got to go take my girlfriend's dog out after this. You guys do kind of do whatever. You can already see it already. If this is your first time here, we just kind of fuck around for this 3-minute warm up. Good time to go grab a drink, use the bathroom before we get ready for tonight's 30-lap race. All right, so let's go take a look and see. Let's see. All right, did do that. All right, so these guys are going to go out, have a little bit of fun. I'm going to go grab a water real quick. I'll be right back. All right, got my water ready for 30 laps here tonight. Lovelace is not going to sweep the night. Appreciate it, Charlie. As we are going to go ahead and get ready for tonight's main event. Let's see. That is just about the end of a warm-up. Yeah, I know. You got caught up. That's good. He's as long as he can make it through the last lap this time, it'll be a good watch. It was a good race, last race for him. All right, let's get ready for tonight's main event, as we are going to have 26 cars here tonight looking to do battle to take the win. 30 laps. It's go ahead and hit up tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Painter outside of him. In the 00, it's going to be Zach Lovelace. Jessica Childs in that number 3 spot. Ethan George in 4th. It's just going to be patience here tonight. Going to be Braden Wares in 5th. Austin Olds in 6th. Going to be Aubrey Thompson in that number 7 spot. Russell Friedman in 8th. Charlie Morgan in 9th. Going to be Kyle Todd in 10th here tonight. Oliver 11th. Caleb White in 12th. Going to be Scott Helms in the number 13 spot. Luke Swarting in 14th. Going to be David Mayo in 15th here tonight. Bill Sleep in 16th. The Full Throttle Fossils filling in that number 8 row. Jeff Connors in 17th. Going to be Riley Green in 18th. LeBron Jones in 19th. Frank Monack in 5th and 20th. Going to be Doug Vertrees in the number 21 spot. Kevin Parker in 22nd. Schroeder 23rd. Champion in 24th. Then rounding out the rest of the field here tonight, it is going to be Douglas Camp 25th and Kevin Grubbs 26th. Does look like Connors decided not to grid up here tonight. I don't know if he has left as these guys come out of turn at number 2 down the back straightaway. All right, guys, I do interview the top 3. If you don't have the Discord, it is in the stream description. Remember, this start will be on green. Restarts will be on leader. Do not jump out of line until after the start-finish line. And, have some fun. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. Down the back straightaway. Painter and Lovelace on that front row. Who's it going to be? Who's your pick? Let me know out in the chat. Who do you got winning tonight's race? Will it be a regular or a newcomer? Let me know out there. And YouTube's the place to watch right now. As they come out of turn number 4. Make sure you guys wave it to your favorite as they come down the front straightaway. It is going to be 30 laps here tonight as the pace car are going to pull in. And remember, it is admin control cautions. 1 or 2 cars, I may not throw it. We don't want to pace all night. On the front straightaway, 2 by 2 by 2, all the way through the field. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they make their way down the front straightaway. Looking for turn number 1. Oh, we got a little bit of 3 wide already. We got to go back. It looked like they were sagging back a little bit. As they head into turn number 1 and 2, going to be side by side for second as Lovelace has the lead on the high side as he's got a great push from behind as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. We're going to jump up and form that top lane. As you can see, the 69 has jumped up to the top side. Oh, who is that? Just in front of Kyle Todd. I think that is Russell, maybe? Up on the top side, I don't know who it is. Oh, they're going to fall back now. Morgan is actually who I think it is. As they come down the front straightaway, looking for the line. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Lovelace. No, George is going to lead lap number 1. Ethan George taking it away at the line as they head into 1 and 2. Ethan George with a big push from behind as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be 3 wide back in the back. These guys have zero patience as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, but keeping it straight so far. Oh, big bobble there with the push from behind as it looks like he's going to fall back a little bit here as they bail on him. That is the 68 of Russell Friedman. That is Russell in the 68 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Austin Olds in the middle as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Big block by Ethan George all the way to the wall. Oh, we got a big spin. We got one on its roof. Caution is out. Oh my God. The wrecks are so violent. Ethan goes up for the block. Let's go back. All right, we're going to take a closer look at this. So Ethan's going to jump all the way to the high side. The top side was not prepared, and yeah, the 68 moves up, and there's just some contact there. Oh my God, that big tumble. Russell Friedman with a massive, massive flip here. All right, let's watch. He just to stack up, it just slowed down the top lane so much. And yeah, the big one here. Watch this flip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost 4. As we get a big one here early. These speeds are definitely wreaking havoc on these cars. As we're going to see speeds well over 200 miles per hour here tonight. As we got 3 laps in the books. Oh, there goes Frank. Frank survived it. So everybody trying to find their spot in line. As they finally do. Ethan George out front. As we work the first caution flag here of the night. Everybody's making their way out. Kyle Todd down on pit road. He might be just taking his damage. He didn't get a lot of contact there, so just taking his damage, not using his fast repair here tonight might be a smart move, because I don't think that's going to be the last one. It's wild to see how fast these things flip with these speeds. It was they had a lot of momentum and it just stacked them up. It was a fast block. It was probably iffy for this early. If it was later in the race, I would have said I would have done the same damn thing. He tried to go to the inside. He was trying to figure out. I think he thought you were going to hit the wall too, because you did move up really quick. All right, so we are going to stack them up. Looking for the green flag. Looks like Kyle Todd's still down on pit road. The hardest thing about that is when, like, so Braden was pushing him, and Braden can't see you the same way he can. And so when you get the checkup like that, Braden's still pushing. All right, looking for the green flag as they come down the back straightaway. It is going to be Ethan George and Braden Wares on that front row. All right, I just want to remind everybody that this start is on leader. So anytime after the pace car pulls off, Ethan can go all the way up into the green flag. Yeah, anytime after the pace car pulls off, the leader can go. All right, looking for the green flag as they. Well, it's nice, especially when we run the faster cars. It allows people to time their starts a little bit different and spread out the field if they want. Green flag is out. Ethan going to get on the gas a little bit early, pulls out. Now he's going to try to control the field just a little bit as they come down the front straightaway, looking for turn at number 1 and 2. George has the lead. He's going to try to control a little bit. This is a little extra horsepower. It might not hurt him quite as much as it would have before as they head through turn number 1 and 2. They're going to get single filed out pretty good up at the front as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes a couple up on the top side, down the back straightaway. I'm not mad at you. It was just, if it had been the door, I wouldn't have, you just took off his nose. It just looked really bad. And if I let that go, especially for a transfer spot in the Consi, everybody's going to do it. And it's going to be no fun for anybody. Coming to the line, it's going to be Ethan George leading the way. These guys being pretty patient up at the front. Will we get some laps in as they come across the line? 6 laps complete. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. Well, you do it a lot, too. I mean, I get it when it's for the win. If you took somebody's nose off like that for the win, though, I probably would have said something. All right. I appreciate it. Down the back straightaway. We are 3 wide back here in this backpack. These guys are going to have to get their shit together, especially these guys up at the front. Well, never mind. They're going to mix it up at the front. Braden Wares was overheating, I guess, a little bit there as they come out of turn. Oh, my God. Oh, it got sketchy there as they come down the front straightaway looking for the line. It is going to be Ethan George continuing to lead the way. So big stack up there as it looked like Braden Wares was starting to overheat a little bit there. Sorry, I was trying to skim my way through and make sure nobody was wrecking at the back as we got 2 packs starting to work their way out of turn number 2. Is Moody still in here? I think Moody is still in here. Here they go on the outside. Thompson going to get the run as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, Thompson leads the way. Riley Green, how about that with him up at the front as he is going to push Thompson to the lead. Down the front straightaway, new race leader at the line. It's going to be Riley Green in the number, Aubrey Thompson in that number 58 or 56, whatever number he's in. I was just surprised Riley was pushing up front so early. Here comes Charlie Morgan. He's going to move his way. Oh, it's up to the top of the, almost taking out the number 13, I think it is. As they come down the back straightaway, that is the number 34. I take that back of Chase Jones. Chase Jones able to make take some action and not get wrecked there, but that was awfully close as they head through turn number 3 and 4. You see these guys starting to move up to the top side of the track, keeping it wound up as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes the 7, Oliver. Look at the bottom. Oliver not able to make the move as they are going to come to the line. 9 laps complete this time by. 9 laps complete as they come across the line. They're going to be 4 wide. 4 wide for the number 5 spot. Oh, we got one pulling out. He said, nope, no thank you. Backs out of it as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Back down to 2 and 3 wide as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Much more manageable 3 wide than 4 wide as they look for turn number 3. That backpack is definitely organized a little bit better now as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Thompson going to continue to roll the top side as they head through 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Oh, we got a big door as Camp might have got hit from behind. Oh, no, he just came down, gave a big door. They kept it straight 4 wide through the tri-oval as they look for, oh my God, it is getting sketchy with Doug Camp in the middle. 4 wide once again. Will they survive through turn number 1 and 2? Somebody needs to back out. Camp finally goes to the bottom, back to 3 wide as they head through 1 and 2. I bet you Douglas Camp is so happy to not be 3 and 4 wide anymore. Jumped out of that bottom faster than I've ever seen anybody. Thompson going to continue to lead it on the top side. Charlie Morgan in second. Oliver in third. That top lane is rolling, but here comes the bottom lane. Frank Monack at the bottom, making his moves through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes the bottom lane. He's got a big push from Riley Green. Riley's been one hell of a pusher here tonight. He's definitely making some friends as they come to the line. Who's it going to be at the line? Can Frank get there? He's not going to get there this time. He's up to second as Thompson leads that time by. Third lane starting to form up at the front as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Riley Green going to stay all over the back of that 52's bumper. Frank gets the push up the track. He's going to give the door to Thompson. They keep it straight on to turn number 2. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Everybody's so far. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, no, we got a wreck into turn number 3. Caution flag comes out. The big one has happened down the back straightaway. Look at that. Lovelace just snuck through that. Did he get no damage? Lovelace. What wreck of avoidance out of the zero machine there. Hey, Moody, are you still in here? Thank you, Moody. I was going to ask, can you give Kyle the wave around? Yeah, he's going to need a few of them. He's like 4 laps down, I think. All right, so the big one has... All right, let's see what happened. Oh, just a big checkup and nothing a lot of people could do there. Big wreck. Lots of cars caught up in this one. Watch the double... Oh, some blinkers. As a caution flag comes out here once again. So it looked like we had a little check up there. 22 got his nose up there because he was late to seeing it. And the 78 of Ethan George moved up a little bit and into the wall. Not just a hard racing deal there, as it looks like Kyle Todd going to try to get some of his laps back. Thompson out front in the number 56. How about Frank Monack in the number 52 machine? All right, so working the caution flag here once again. Kyle Todd going to take another lap here. Still got a couple more laps behind the field. I don't think he's going to get it all here, but I'm pretty sure he'll get another caution flag, as it looks like we're going to be halfway through when we take the green flag here tonight. 15 laps to go. Great racing up at the front. Thompson, I'm just going to remind you on this start, it's going to be on you anytime after the pace car pulls off. We host every Thursday, start at 9:30 Eastern. We do street stocks. That's something like wide open. We did Auto Club before this. That's a 25 lap race. We do that in an hour session. And then we host something at Talladega after that. Every Thursday we do that. We just do host it. It's first 20 cars into the street stocks, and then we do up to 45 in this. Yeah, if you want to check out the stream, it's the easiest way unless somebody puts it in the chat. It's MDiTV now. It's on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. If you need it on Twitch, let me know so I can send it in the chat. But it's in the description on Facebook and YouTube. It's MDiTV now. All right, so we are going to go ahead and stack them up here once again as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, we got. I didn't know Moody wasn't giving them to you. If you take more than 2, we got to give you the wave rounds. I don't know if it did it undisqualify you? Yeah, when we did something Saturday, it happened. That's why I said he needs like 4 wave rounds. All right, we are going to look for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be Thompson and Frank on that front row. I know I got some Frank fans out there. Are you guys excited for this one as they come down into the tri-oval? When is Thompson going to fire off? Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Thompson going to go ahead and take off a little bit early as they look for turn number 1 and 2. Thompson out front. Morgan in second. Monac going to be in that number 3 spot. Riley Green in 4th. So Riley going to look to hook up with Frank once again. Can these two work together some more? They were making some magic before the caution flag came out. Oh, big block by Charlie Morgan. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes that top lane. They're gonna box Green out, but Frank gonna come down and help them as they head for turn number 3 and 4. Oliver on the back bumper to the number 69 of Charlie Morgan as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It's gonna be Thompson out front leading the way. Thompson gonna work the lanes as they come out of turn number 4. Ooh, big blocks out there as Morgan jumps back up to the top side, down the front straightaway. They're working that top side about as good as you can. Helps with Thompson working both lanes. I think those 3 up at the front on the top lane are working together. Here comes Austin Champion up on the high side in the number 17. I don't know. I think there's a few of these guys in a group together, but here comes Painter down to the middle. So, oh no! Oh no! The leader gets spun. Caution flag comes out. That is unfortunate. 52 didn't spin. He was able to save it. He just got knocked down. The caution came out before he got knocked down below the line. You've had lots of practice, Frank. I'm honestly surprised that wasn't worse than what it was. Yeah, he just... The caution came out before he got knocked below the line. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, because the one did spin. All right, so Frank out front leading the way, champion in second, Riley Green in third. So that's going to be good for Frank. These two have been working well together. We'll clear blacks. So the caution... Okay, so here's the deal with the way the glitch is. If you do go a lap down, just remember that if it's one lap, it looks like you're missing a fender, Frank. If it's one lap, you can take it and we can clear it. If you got to take more than one lap, you got to let us know so we can give you the wave. Because we saw what happened to Kyle. Correct.
Bug, I think last week was it, but okay, now I know. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's new. We're not used to that.
Yeah, that's a little bit annoying though.
All right, so it does look like there's some significant damage on this number 52. That is going to be a big factor up at the front. We'll see if he ends up deciding to jump onto pit road. But he does have no right fender on there.
Hey, Ashton, are you able to come up and see what my front looks like? If so, I'll go ahead and pit in so I don't miss your guys up.
Oh, dude, your front is like, it's not destroyed, but your right front, like, part of it's off. Your nose is fine, but like part of it's off in terms of like the wheel well.
Hey, and are there any reason why you just keep slamming me in the ass under caution?
Pit.
We're the guy started the race.
Guys, I just farted again.
All right, so Frank's going to come down on pit road. He's going to go get this fender repaired. Yeah, just speed, Frank. We'll clear it.
You must have had Taco Bell.
Here.
All right, Frank's going to come down and get that fender fixed in the number 52. Let's see if he takes the fast repair. Oh, he does. He's going to pop back out. That fender is fixed. And he is going to pick up the back of the pack, so it is going to be Ashton champion
It did have a little
out
bit
front.
too much backfire to be clean inside.
Damn it, Tanner, close your legs. Jesus.
You race tomorrow? What are you racing?
LeBron's got a stinky booty.
Oh, God. What are you racing, Braden? How you been, buddy? All right, we got him stacked up 2x2. Looking for that green flag here once again. Painter down on pit road in the number 1. He's going to jump to the back of the pack. Braden Wares down on pit road. Oh, I wonder if he got a hold. Nice. Is that your first race? Are you better than your brother? All right, we got them stacked up looking for the green. It is going to be Champion and Green on that front row. Okay. I didn't realize that. You guys are... No, this is the only one tonight. This is the last one tonight, Hunter. I got to get up at 4 a.m. We do this every Thursday, 9:30 Eastern. We do a street stock race, and then we do this after that. This starts at 10:30. All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. Pace car going to pull in. Anytime you want to go, Champion. Green flag is out as Ashton gets on the gas. Down the front straightaway. He's going to stretch them out as they come across the line to complete lap number 20. 10 laps to go. Lost to him last time. Yeah, he's got a lot more seat time than you. I was just picking anyway. I figured he's got a little more experience. Every Thursday, Hunter. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Champion leads the way. Oliver in second. Riley Green and Chase Jones behind him. Down the back straightaway, trying to figure out the front of the pack. Nice little breakaway. This wasn't too big of a breakaway, but it was a nice enough to split the pack as the 34 Chase almost up the track into Riley Green. I was getting a little chaotic back here, back from about third on back as they come out of turn number 4. And look at this. They are 3 and 4 wide, navigating their way into the tri-oval. 4 wide, trying to make their way back up to the front. A couple fast guys back here got caught up in that big wreck. They're trying to make it up to the front in a hurry, knowing that there's only 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go. They have to navigate their way around some of these guys to have a chance. They're 3 wide. Big pack here. Riley Green in the middle. He's going to bounce around like a ping pong as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Oh, go catch it. I think that was, that was Camp with a big save and the 408. So Douglas Camp with a big save sent down to the bottom as we are stacking up still through turn number 3 and 4. Top 2 trying to break away. Scott Helms going to slide into the number 3 spot out of turn number 4. Coming to the line. It is going to be 8 laps to go. Yeah, that's wild. Here comes Scott Helms looking for the lead. The 17, a Champion, going to come up and block Helms all the way to the top. Helms going to get up to the top, and here comes Riley Green. Scott Helms looking for the lead. He's used to 2 tires, running 4 tires. Here tonight, Green just about spins him. Big save out of Helms. It's a lot easier to save it with 4 tires than 2 tires, huh, Scott? Down the back straight. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Scott Helms leads the way. They're 3 wide, beating and banging off each other through turn number 3 and 4. We are definitely... Oh, Bill Sleep. We got 3 cars, 4 cars, hard in the wall out of turn number 4. Whoa, it got chaotic. Bill Sleep takes the tow. Austin Olds out there. Beatry's out on the track in the number 81. He's going to take the tow. If I knew they all had to tow, I probably would have waited on the caution. All right. You're going to have to give Braden the wave arounds. He's not going to be able to just take them. All right, so Scott Helms at the point. Hey, Scott, are you showing Landon Moody how it's done?
All right, so I gave him 2 wave rounds just then. Should that be fine? Should that work?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Scott's leading. 35, you got to get up there, my boy. You nervous or what? James.
Yo.
Hey, give some props to Scott for that run. Holy shit.
Right? And Riley got him good and sideways there.
Dude, there was not shit I could do about that run. That was ridiculous. That was insane.
You know, it's a good thing that Scott's getting pretty old because he probably had a pair of Depends on there when he was sideways in front of the field.
I don't even know what happened.
You soiled your Bucky's costume.
Everybody getting crop dusted today. Oh, my word.
This is pretty wild. They're pretty wild with extra horsepower, I will say that.
The runs are way bigger in these things, from what I could tell.
A lot of fun.
The only problem is with the leader being able to go anywhere, like that second pack always forms and you have to somehow catch up. But I do think it keeps us green longer.
Yeah, a lot of times it prevents a lot of the big stack ups on the start too. I'm a dirt guy, so I like to start on leader.
Heck yeah.
I know Lovelace is still coming. He's still lurking. I don't think I think he stayed out of trouble. He's still got a faster pair too. He's back in the number 5 spot.
Hey, Riley, I appreciate that push. That was a good one.
He's been methodical.
Of course, brother. Let's keep her going.
Tempo.
I could see the post later. Scott Holmes is going to make everybody think he got pushed to the lead by a country singer.
Bye, LeBron. That's funny.
Ball knowledge. Wow.
Yeah. No, I know.
Hey, Scott, is your favorite beer Bud?
How'd you guess?
I had no clue.
It's his favorite beer and his favorite smoke.
Mine's LeBron.
Unfortunately, I hate beer.
Sucks to suck.
Dude, nothing's as bad as Voodoo IPA. That stuff's terrible.
All right, guys, we're going to have a 4-lap shootout here. Still 21 guys out on the track. Well, I should say 21 drivers. I don't know if Jessica's in here or if it's Jessica's kid. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said that. That's why I corrected it. All right, looking for the green flag, this time by 21 cars. Two by two through the field. This is still anybody's race. These trucks are getting big runs here tonight. We're going to see who works together, and we're probably going to get another caution flag here tonight as Scott Helms and Riley Green going to lead them to the green flag. Watch that 00. He is lurking in the background. Regular here. Regular winner here. All right, so it's going to be Scott Helms. You know, they just said I'd give you $1 to jump to start when the pace car goes in. That might not be a bad idea, getting that field stretched out. It might put him in a bad spot to get past, but he'll be able to get get that back if he works it smartly, but it's going to spread out the field and be a lot less cars up into this one. How many hot dogs we're cranking tonight? We cranking tonight. A lot of hot dogs, I think. Scott Helms going to lead him slowly to the restart zone in the number 41 machine. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. I think we've seen a little tire spin there as Riley Green got on the gas as they look for turn number 1 and 2. Helms going to get out about a truck length and a half as they head into turn number 1 and 2, maybe 2 truck lengths. I don't know if that's too far, but he's definitely spread out the field a little bit. We'll see if they're able to keep it as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Helms up to the high side. He's going to find that nose of Riley Green out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn at number 3 and 4. They're going to get single file for the top 3, maybe the top 4. This is about to get interesting, folks, as they head into turn number 3. Scott Helms continues to lead the way. They're liking that top side here tonight, but the bottom side, if they get working really good together, we have seen it has worked, especially with the 8 of Riley Green pushing. This could be advantage to Scott Helms here as they come through the tri-oval. It is going to be 3 laps to go at the line this time by. Here comes Lovelace to the outside. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Big bobble down at the bottom. We got 2 cars around. 2 cars around at the back. We're going to go ahead and keep it green for now as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, got a little sketchy out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 3 wide for third on back. Riley Green and Scott Helms trying to work the lanes down the back straightaway. Helms going to jump all the way to the top in front of Lovelace. Big stack up as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, they're going to be 4, almost 5 wide. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Big wreck into 3 and 4. Caution comes out. we got sliding. There's 3 turtles. we got a pack of turtles. Let's take a look at this one. They're just about 5 wide. Oh, net code. Net code. You know, the sad part is you guys were almost 5 wide. You're probably going to wreck anyway eventually, but that was definitely net code. Are you going to watch it right here? There's going to be some net code between Riley and Ethan George. Oh, yeah. Page up. Page down. You can change your camera. Oh, a little bobble there. They were just... Oh, yeah, that net code got them. They were rolling pretty good. They were doing that fine. They might have survived through that, but definitely unfortunate as we get 3 cars on their lid in turn number 3 and 4. Oh. Oh, man. I think they all camped on camp there. Yeah, I always do my sessions with the relaxed camera angles. Sometimes we mess with people and tell them hit page up. Yeah, Green definitely got the shaft there. It was mostly because of the netcode there. Oh. We were doing street stocks at Charlotte one time. I think it was street stocks. And this kid, Max, if any of you do draft masters and stuff, you probably know Max Wong. But he used to run with us all the time, used to help me out a lot. He was running from the blimp and accidentally killed Brett and right into the pit wall.
That's fine. It's only given me a couple different cameras on a whole bunch.
Yeah, I think there's ways to change them or something. Maybe you got to utilize the page up and page down. All right, so working the caution flag here tonight. We are going to get a green, white checker. Big one just happened. Few guys down on pit road. Jessica left. Looks like we are down to 16 cars on the track, but there's definitely a few guys taking the toll. Riley Green going to get out on the track. I think Riley is only one lap down. He may be able to just take it. Yeah, I know. I know. He's going to have a chance here. Riley, I think you're only one lap down. I don't think you've taken a wave around, so you should be able to just take it here. Just let them know where you're going because they're stacking up 2x2 if you're going to take it now.
Hey, James, can you throw the white flag right now?
I'm coming around now.
All right, car coming to the high side. Stay low, guys. Stay low. All right, we are going to stack them up here once again. Scott Helms.
Right now.
As they head for turn number 1 and 2, we got them
Helms'
stacked
head.
up 2x2.
Oh, I have a great spot to eliminate him.
As they are going to go ahead and re-rack them, restack them. 2-lap shootout here. Will we make it to the white flag?
And turn the 7 into the 00 into the 41.
Damn.
Scott
Take it
Helms
easy there,
leading the
Hurricane.
way. Let me take a...
Please
Scott
don't.
Helms have a little bit of damage on the nose of that thing, or is that just mispainted? He does
That's
have a
all right,
little bit of
considering I'm
damage
driving a weather
on
jet.
that left fender, but that thing was still digging because I think it had the damage the whole time.
The bounty is grip hacks for 1 week.
They're having a little bit of fun out there, as you can tell.
An antivirus on it, and you have to rebuild the whole.
All right, down into turn number 3. Looking for that green flag. This time by Scott Helms leading the field. Lovelace to his outside. It's going to be Oliver in that number 3 spot with Ashton Champion in 4th as we are looking for the green flag. There is some damage on the front of Thompson's truck. I don't know if he's going to be able to go out there by himself, but I sure as hell know he's going to try as they look for the green flag. Pace car going to pull in, and how soon will Scott Helms put that throttle down? That is the guessing game here. Will he spread out the field or will he keep him stacked up? What does he think is going to be an advantage to him? So far for waiting. Tensions are high. He waits for green. Green flag is out. So he did wait for the restart zone. He's going to slide up in front of Lovelace. Barely nudges his way up there as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Helms going to get a push from Lovelace as they head through 1 and 2. Here comes Oliver to the front side. The 68 is going to jump up to the high side. He's got to get back in line. That is Russell Friedman as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Here comes the bottom side. They are working great together into turn number 3. Can the top side get it together? Lovelace all over the back of Scott Helms. Helms going to go down. Tries to grab the slide drive. Bounces off the door of the 17. Drag race down the front straightaway. Looking for the white flag. 1 lap to go when they come across the line this time by 1 lap to go. White flag. Oh, Helms into the wall. Helms into the wall. It's going to be Oliver out front. Leads the way. Ashton Champion in second. Big stack up. first, second, in the back of the pack. Out of turn number 2, can Lovelace get the help? Right now, it's Oliver, Ashton, Aubrey leading the way. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to continue to be the top 3 nose to tail. Can anybody get a run? Frank is up in it. He's looking for a top 5 as they come out of turn number 4. Lovelace is going to get a run. Oh, 17 looks high. They make contact. They're going to spread out. They're wrecking in the back. Coming down through the tri-oval. Here comes Lovelace to the bottom. It's going to be Oliver with the win. Ashton second. That's Frank gets the number 3 spot. Lovelace and Thompson, your top 5. What a finish at the end. How about Frank jumping into a podium spot there? Good run for Frank. Sneaking through everything. We're going to go through these results as soon as it gets... Oh, already there. It's going to be Oliver with the win. Ashton champion in second. Frank Monack in third. Going to be Lovelace in the number 4 spot. Thompson in a 5th. Friedman in 6th. Going to be White in 7th. Jones in 8th. Painter in 9th. Going to be Braden Wares in that number 10 spot. Swarting in 11th. Grubbs in 12th. Going to be Kevin Parker in the number 13 spot. Charlie Morgan in 14th. Riley Green in 15th. Going to be Andrew Schroeder in the number 16 spot. David Mayo, 17th. Scott Helms, unfortunately, going to be in that number 18 spot. It is going to be Ethan George in 19th here tonight. Douglas Camp in 20th. Jessica Childs in 21st. Douglas Vertrees in 22nd. Bill Sleep, 23rd. Old in 24th. And Kyle Todd in that 25th spot. What a finish here tonight. We're going to go see who's going to be in the Discord to come talk to us. I know Frank will be there, so we'll go ahead and pull them up. We'll see if Champion and Oliver make it in. I don't see them yet, but man, what a crazy one tonight. It was actually a lot of fun. You got me, Frank?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. How you doing tonight, James?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Normally, for you lately, it's been the other way around, but tonight you get the interview.
Yeah, I'm not used to all this newfound success that's coming my way. I'm making me a little uncomfortable. But again, another night of just trying to run smart and place myself in places I need to be and kind of try to make the opportunities happen. And it came through on that last lap, able to kind of run the outside there. And hey, I'll take a third for tonight.
For sure. Charlie, no, Painter was not one of the regulars. Yeah, you know, this is like, WOOT's been an art form, and a lot of people figure that out, that, you know, a lot of times, punning Pablo, you know, a lot of times it's just learning how to run around a lot of these guys and catch those breaks, and catch some luck, which is something you've struggled with getting. Straight stock race, you had a fantastic run going, got caught up on the last lap. Here you're able to survive, take advantage of other people's bad luck, slide your way into third. I mean, that is a big change for you. That's got to feel good.
I think it's just getting used to running on asphalt. I'm kind of like you. My background's a little bit more in dirt, and I've been enjoying asphalt and just learning how to, like I said, just race smart. So I think when I first started running WOOT, I was just trying to get to the front, and now I'm learning that sometimes if you just play your cards right, you'll end up there. So, but as always, James, it's such a blast being out here with you. You put on such a fun event every Thursday night, and it's what I look forward to.
Well, I know you got some family out in the chat, and you got some people to thank. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, and sponsors?
Yeah, it's always nice when I get to win in front of the family. I know they're tuning in tonight, so thank you guys for rooting for me. And got to give it up to Team AMX. I mean, I'll overlook the fact that I guess when Cody's not here, I do well, so that might be a new thing we got to look into. But other than that, just everyone who backs both myself and you, and yeah, it's a blast. I look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, buddy. Good run here tonight. Good to see you up in the top 3.
Yeah.
Oliver.
What's up?
Man, what a run here tonight. It was a little bit of work staying in this one, but you stuck through and stealing that victory away here tonight. Had a little bit of help. Champion staying on that back bumper for a little bit. Tried to jump out late, but not able to get to your inside or outside. And they just stacked up behind you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great race. I had a great time. Thanks for the host. Honestly, this is my first time doing this league. I had a great time. I hope to do it in the future, but I was just looking through the hosted sessions, and I saw this one, and me and my friends decided to do it. So I had a great time, and I plan on doing this again.
You do a lot of plate racing? Or you do a little of everything?
I do a little bit of everything. Try to have some fun.
What was the key here tonight? I mean, it is always a little chaotic. Sometimes it's being out front. Sometimes it's just being patient in the back. What do you think the key was tonight? Because it does get chaotic through this field. I mean, 30 laps is a long time to keep that thing straight.
Yeah, I agree. I think you just have to be smart and position yourself well. Otherwise, you're going to get caught up in a huge mess. I actually crashed like midway through the race. I pit for fuel just to be safe, used my fast repair, and worked my way up through the field.
Well, good win here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I want to thank my sponsors, Brent Fresh and Agriculture, Vipal Barashas, you for putting up the session, all my friends, Austin Olds, Buddy Antonino for doing this with me, and I hope to do this in the future.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Good win here tonight, and maybe we'll catch you next week.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Hold on for a second, guys. All right, so we're going to try and get Ashton Champion is in here too, our second place finisher. Ashton.
Oh, how's it going?
Hey, sounded like you had a lot of fun out there here tonight, and man, it got chaotic through most of it, but really at the end there, trying to figure out where to go, and you had people on your tail as you were trying to make your way around Oliver, but man, great run tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was really fun. I mean, we were in the transfer in the heat, just got taken out in a wreck, unfortunately, but then somehow went from second to last to into the transfer in the heat, came from second to last and got second. So, I mean, it was very fun. There on the restart, I decided to go with Oliver because he was inside by himself and I had a run, and I was like, I'm not coming off his bumper till the end. And I had a chance to get off his bumper, but then I saw them coming with a run, so I decided to get back behind him because I was like, I'd rather not screw us both over by trying to pass him for the win. So I stayed behind him, and I wanted to make sure he got that win, pushing him. That was really fun.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot of fun. You had a lot of people on your tail there, and I know you were trying to stay on his bumper. How tempting was it to try and jump out and try and take the win away? I mean, a few people had the run there. They were just kept bouncing off each other behind you.
Yeah, I had the run there off the corner, and it's kind of weird because I got to his outside, but if you kind of door somebody just right, it kind of takes away that run. And it's kind of a strategic thing you can do. So I went to his outside, and he kind of went up a little bit to kind of block me, and I hit him, and so the run went away. And then at that point, I didn't have another chance to get to him, and so I tried. I didn't have a run, and so I just stayed behind him, unfortunately. But second place is second place, so.
Yeah, for sure. And the runs with this extra power seemed intense. Kind of reminded me of the old how they used to draft here before they started changing the draft package. But
yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I think you could actually keep the lead if you did stuff a little right, but you weren't going to keep some of those huge runs. I mean, you just had to kind of pick and choose your battles, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like Helms, when he came up through with the big push, there was Riley, and there was no stopping him earlier in the race. But fantastic run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Well, Magnolia State Weather. It's just myself, so shout out to that. It's amazing. But anyways, thank you for the host. It was a fun one. I've enjoyed doing these events, and I'll be back next week.
All right, bud. Good run, and good to see you up on the podium.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. I got to go get some sleep. I got to be up in 3.5 hours. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Scott, good run. I thought you had a chance there, but we will catch you next time. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.